Hey guys, Christian here with another video on a very important question. This is a question I get asked very often. That question is, what are the most popular types of documents that need to be notarized? While there are a few documents that are notarized more than others, it's important for you to remember that it's not your responsibility to remember these documents. It's not your responsibility to help your client fill these out. It's not your responsibility to verify whether they're accurate. None of that is your responsibility. All you're responsible for is completing the notary section. That's it. So if you learn how to spot where your section comes in, you're good to go. Because in all honesty, I've notarized thousands of documents, and once in a while I'll still get documents that I've never seen before. And so it's not about memorizing the documents. It's not really about understanding them. It's just more about learning how to recognize your section, knowing when to notarize. Let's say, for example, someone comes at you and they say, hey, I have 5 documents that need to be notarized. Here's a 5-page set. When you go through the set, you're going to realize, hey, yeah, it does require 5 signatures from the signer. However, only the last page needed to be notarized. And so that's what we're going to dive into now. In order for you to really realize when to notarize a document, you're going to have to become familiar with the 2 popular forms, which is the All-Purpose Acknowledgement form, which is this one right here. This is what the California All-Purpose Acknowledgement form looks like. There's your disclaimer right there. So this is what it looks like. And here is the California Notary Jurat. The acknowledgement is more popular than the jurat, but the jurat is very popular as well. Those are the 2 forms that you are blessed with as a notary. So yeah, let's say, for example, someone brings 10 pages. They say, hey, I need 10 pages notarized. They signed every single one of those pages. However, on the 10th page, you saw this. So you're really notarizing the signature above the all-purpose acknowledgement. So it's happened to me before. I'll get a phone call and they say, hey, I need 20 pages notarized. I get there and they really only need 2. Yeah, they signed 20 pages or signatures on every single page, but only 2 of those pages had the all-purpose acknowledgement or the jurat. It's just about recognizing the section. Usually, if the document is from out of state, the jurat or the acknowledgement will be worded differently. Usually for an acknowledgement from out of state, they're shorter. But typically, the document will say acknowledgement on it. And what you would do in that case is you would attach either your acknowledgement or your jurat, whichever one they need on the form, to the back of that page. And you get clues as to what form they need you to attach, whether it says, acknowledgement on it, penalty of perjury, and your clue as to whether you attach a jurat or not is subscribed and sworn. All right, so now it's not about memorizing the documents, it's about recognizing your section. And so become familiar with the jurat, become familiar with the acknowledgement, but they won't always look exactly like that. They're going to look similar because, like I said, sometimes you'll get documents from out of state. And this is a jurat for California. This is a jurat for the acknowledgement for California. But the acknowledgement for Idaho might be different. The acknowledgement for Nevada might be different. And yeah, a lot of people come with documents from out of state and they need to be notarized. So in that case, you just add your attachment to it. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and bring out some examples of some very common documents that do need to be notarized. more often than others. I'm going to go ahead and start off with the quitclaim deed. I know a lot of you are going to be doing loan signings. So you will be seeing a lot of quitclaim deeds. Now, let's say you've never seen this document before, right? What's a quitclaim deed? Doesn't matter. You see your section right here. And that's what you're filling out. Of course, you know, the signer has to sign right here, print their name, date it. So always get into the habit also of having the signer print their name, you know, right next to their signature, below, above, anywhere that it's nearby their signature. But yeah, you see right here, they need an acknowledgement. Well, they have an acknowledgement right there. This is a perfect acknowledgement right here. Except the county recorders will not accept it because it's in 2 separate pages. So it has to be on 1 page. So in this case, I would just add an attachment just so that, you know, the attachment could be all in 1 page. So this is a quitclaim deed. As you can see, even if you haven't seen this document before, you will recognize your area. So now let's look at a California General Durable Power of Attorney. Now this is just a template for a durable power of attorney. There's so many. I've seen so many different California durable power of attorneys. So many. However, this one right here is very popular. So if you want to go ahead and Google this form after this video, go ahead. I got this one off of Google. I've showed up to numerous notary appointments and they have this exact same form. So I would just carry this on me in case someone needs it, or, you know, just to become familiar with this form. This one I do recommend becoming familiar with. So this is just a template. Even if your client has a different power of attorney form, it follows this template. But so like, you know, let's say they say, hey, I have a power of attorney form that needs to be notarized, right? You scan through it. Of course, you know, make sure that they fill out their sections. It's not your job, but, you know, let's try and have them fill out the section. And you're like, man, where do I notarize? Oh, there it is. There's your section right there. Certificate of Acknowledgement of Notary. Now, this isn't the correct wording. This isn't the correct format for a proper notarization in the state of California. It should look like this, right? This is what you're supposed to see. But regardless, you know that they need that signature notarized right there. That's the one. So what you're going to do is you're just going to go ahead and attach your all-purpose acknowledgement to the back of, you know, this page or that page, whichever one you want. They'll get the point. So the whole point is that signature is notarized. You could still fill this out. It doesn't make a difference if you fill this section out. You just can't stamp it legally. In order for you to place your stamp, you have to have the correct acknowledgement wording on that document. So yeah, right here you see, hey, they needed an acknowledgement. So you pop out your acknowledgement. Again, you could have seen this form for the first time ever. Maybe you're not familiar with power of attorney at all. So you still won't be lost. Why? Because you just have them fill that out. That's their business. Tell them, yeah, you fill it out. All I needed to see is your signature right here. And this is my job right here. I'm just notarizing your signature after I check your ID, put your info in my book, all the good stuff. That's it. Simple as that. So now we're going to go ahead and look at another very popular document. This is a affidavit of parental consent. Usually around spring or summer break, you get these a lot because, you know, kids are going on vacation. They fill this out, and you're like, man, where do I notarize? Again, just look for the clues. Look for your section. What section would that be? Right here, subscribed and sworn to me, or I subscribed and sworn to before me this blank date of blank 2000. Go ahead, you could always fill this section out. Again, you can't place your stamp on it because legally you cannot stamp that in the state of California. It has to be accompanied by the specific language, either the acknowledgement language or the jurat language. But I like to look for clues. There's a clue right here as to what form they want you to attach: subscribed and sworn. So that sounds a lot like the jurat form, subscribed and sworn. So that's what you would attach to that document. So that section, that signature right there needs to be notarized, right? You go down. It looks like another signature needs to be notarized. I think it's the same. Oh yeah, it's the same form. It's just for two parents. But yeah, so there you get the idea though. This signature needs to be notarized here. That's pretty much it. It's just about recognizing where to notarize. But now that we're on the topic, I'm going to go ahead and click on another popular document, a grant deed. And for all of you that will be doing the loan signings, you'll be seeing these in the packet. Yeah, grant deed for the state of California. What do you see right there? Acknowledgement. Again, it all has to be on the same page. So what I would do in this situation, this is a grant deed right here. The county recorders will not accept it if it's on two separate pages. Just a FYI. This is aside from what we're talking about, but just a quick tip. The county recorders will not accept this document if the acknowledgement is spread across two different pages. So in this case, I would just bring out my acknowledgement attachment and attach it to the back of this page, and you're notarizing the signature above the notary section. Yep, so we went over popular documents, quitclaim deed, general power of attorney, minor travel consent form. Here we have a specific power of attorney. As you can see right here, this is the acknowledgement that needs to be filled out. This is the signature that would be notarized. So yeah, there you have it. Oh, but like in this case right here, for example, always watch out for these little mistakes, these little errors that sometimes they get past the escrow offices, title companies, lawyers. They get past people. You're missing the disclaimer right here. So what you would do is you would just attach your acknowledgement. So this is an acknowledgement form. But yeah, even if like I said, if you've never seen this document before, you go down, oh hey, this is my section. I'm notarizing the signature above. Plain and simple. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that, really. So they could give you 100 different forms in a day. All you have to do is just look at the clues, look for your section. Once you identify your section, notarize it. Attach an acknowledgement if you need to. Attach a jurat if you need to. I'm gonna be honest. Most of the documents that I get to notarize do not have the proper acknowledgement form or the proper jurat form. I'm not sure why. They're always either missing the disclaimer up top, or they are simply from out of state, so they have different forms, different ways of filling out their document. So with that being said, I hope this video really helped you out. If you still have questions as to what documents or whether you should like memorize documents or not, please let me know. Message me. I'm gonna go ahead and be making more videos on subjects like these. I hope this helped. If it didn't, please reach out. I'll make another video just to clarify this. All right, you guys have a great one. Talk to you soon.